There's a bizarre skill making crypto investors rich. They're skipping 2x gains and jumping straight to life-changing 30, 50x profits. And the crazy thing, you can learn this skill in 12 minutes. It starts with these coins. Can you see what they have in common? This, and this. Let me give you a hint. Here's their price charts where they all pumped. These pumps meant early holders didn't 2x or 3x their money. They made enormous 20 to 30x wealth, changing their lives forever. But did you spot the catalyst? It's actually surprisingly simple. Each of these coins was listed on Binance, and every single time, like clockwork, they pumped in response. So I dug a little deeper, and it turns out the data shows this always happens. As soon as a token gets listed on Binance, they take off in price, making existing holders rich, which means if you can predict Binance listings, you can predict pumps before they even happen. But to pull off this bizarre skill, you need to know the research, the tools, and the techniques to predict these listings. It sounds hard, but the good news is it's actually totally possible. On Finova, we share techniques and trades just like this, making our members profits day in and day out. We've sent out alerts to our members that range everywhere from little daily scalp trades like this 1% gain, 2% gain, and 3% win, all the way up to trades that made $2.4 million in profits for a single trader in just over a year. That's real. Our members had access to that $2.4 million trade in real time, because the truth is, this is a special time in history to make historical gains in crypto. So if you want in on these trades, hit the link in the description for Finova to join. Spaces fill up fast though, so just grab a spot while you still can. And what I'm teaching you today is just one of many tactics that could help you make $1 million in crypto. By the end of this video, you'll know why some coins surge and others don't, the skill of anticipating coin listings so you can buy in early, and the tools that uncover potential 30x gems that no one else has spotted yet. And of course, I'm going to give you examples of coins throughout. Now, this isn't financial advice. This is just my opinion based on my research. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. Proceed with caution. We're attempting to predict the unpredictable here. And in order to do that, you've got to understand the reality of how Binance listings affect token prices. So let's dive into that research report that I showed earlier, because it makes a really compelling argument. On this chart, you can see the coins before and after day zero. Day zero is the point at which they're listed on Binance. The analysis found that coins on average were up 41% 1 day later, and were up 73% 30 days later. That's massive, and that's not all. The positive impact on price was consistent in both bull runs and bear markets. However, of course, bull markets, they did have larger gains. Either way though, the takeaway is the same. An effective predictor of an altcoin pump is simply being listed on Binance. And it makes sense. I mean, Binance has 200 million users. So if a small fraction of those people buy that token, the price is gonna surge. Add in some good marketing, it can really surge. That's where you see the massive multiples and gains. So if you get in on this before it happens, the profit is yours. This means the unpredictability of crypto isn't that unpredictable after all, if you know what you're doing. I'll show you how in a second, but there's another factor that you need to know. Meme coins have a habit of seeing truly insane pumps in price. The final boss of meme coin mega pumps is credibility. This is done via huge exchange listings like Binance, and major listings for memes do more than the average token listing because memes are 100% community driven, and there's nothing a community likes more than hopeful news. Hopeful news, just like getting listed on the world's largest exchange. That makes sense. This is where huge bonk style pumps come from. And with that in mind, in memes, you're ideally looking for a meme coin that is going to be listed on Binance during a bull run. If you can hit both of those criteria, that's the perfect scenario for literally getting rich. So we know what we're looking for. Altcoins and meme coins that will get listed on Binance. But how do we predict the cryptos that will get listed? That's the challenge. Well, I have a piece of bad news. To do it, you have to overcome an obstacle that 99% of crypto investors will not be able to overcome. You have to stop looking at cryptos with your own eyes. And I know that sounds like some kind of Chinese proverb or something, but all I mean is you just need to start looking at cryptos through Binance's eyes, and that's it. So how do you do that? We start at the horse's mouth. Binance has key criteria that they follow for listing any coin: good quality team, potential for growth, useful product, community support and buzz, and strong user adoption. So far it makes sense, and their Binance application page gives additional insights into what they look for as well. For example, they want a strong community, but they don't want a community that's aggressively shilling. So be wary of that when you're evaluating cryptos. These are useful, but we're going to return to them later because that's the public list of what they want. It actually ignores the number one thing that exchanges like Binance actually care about when deciding whether they list these tokens or not. I'll talk about that in a second, because first we'll look at some specific coins that fall into the typical Binance process. This is where you're going to see some big aha moments, because Binance will often partner with a crypto and offer them funding through Binance Labs before listing the tokens. There's a couple of tools that you can use to get a deeper look at these exact cryptos before they get listed. So go to cryptorank.io, go to the fundraising tab, hit funds, scroll down and click Binance Labs. From here, you can look at their funding rounds and portfolio. This will give you a chance to find cryptos that Binance is interested in. Funding rounds, those are the super early projects to watch. Portfolio, that offers more reliable picks. And this is where it gets exciting. Once you found a crypto that they're invested in, you can cross-reference it with their listing criteria, that list that I just showed you. And then you can evaluate its chances of actually getting listed on Binance. So let's look at some projects that they've already funded. Binance Labs is invested in Starsharks, but hasn't listed them yet. So let's check them out a little bit deeper. Okay, Starsharks is an NFT game metaverse thing based around sharks. I don't know, but they already have a game called Starsharks Warriors, and they have 2 more games on the way, and it turns out you can play as Godzilla, which is always a plus. But the point is, Binance Labs has money in Starshark C, the native currency for this project. This means that Binance literally has an incentive to list this project because they know better than anyone that if they do list it, they'll make good money on their investment. Of course, this isn't 100% guaranteed, so you really want to research into this, but just look at the incentives. Another example is Mint Club. Binance Labs funded Mint Club in season 3 of its incubation program, and I can see why. Mint Club has a pretty cool use case. It's a token building platform that requires 0 code and 0 liquidity pool. And this means anyone can start building a token right now with basically no money. This just makes business sense. Removing barriers to entry means anyone with an idea can just start creating on the blockchain. And that means people will likely use it. And if people use it, that means it's valuable. This could be seriously useful if they can pull this off. But let's go a little bit deeper here. There's another tool to dig into Binance Labs funded projects. It's called chainbroker.io. So go to funds and then search Binance Labs. This one's pretty nice because they have a heat map that shows projects that they've funded in the past that have gone 10x, 20x, even 50x like Polygon. That is one of the top 20 largest cryptos on Earth. If you got in early on Polygon, you'd be sleeping on a literal pile of gold. You can also see their recent investments, which is a good way to get those new altcoin ideas that we're really interested in. Take a look at Gamic. It's an African gaming platform which has raised $1.8 million in funding. A massive chunk of that funding being from Binance Labs, almost $900,000. Gamic is kind of like a Web3 Discord. It has direct messaging, channels, and video calls, as well as a wallet for storing your crypto. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for gaming, community, and commerce. I'm not super sold on it, like Discord kind of has this covered, but Binance Labs clearly sees something that they like in this project. Gamic has made even more noise because they're talking about airdropping their token, but it's early days, so we can't know for sure. The process so far is simple. Find Binance-funded projects. Cross-check those projects on CoinMarketCap to see whether they're already listed on Binance. You can do that by clicking on the Markets tab on any crypto to see which exchanges sell the token currently. If it's already listed on Binance, it's too late. Go find another one. But if they aren't listed, go back to the Binance listing criteria and again, look at them through Binance's eyes. What does Binance want? Your goal is to predict the unpredictable and pick a crypto that'll get listed before it actually gets listed. Because if you can do that, you're gonna get rich. So look for projects that have seed funding that are doing all the right steps to get listed on Binance. This will give you a much, much higher chance of success. And there's one more criteria that Binance fails to list on their website that is the #1 factor that determines whether they list a coin or not. I don't know, it's actually unbelievable that this isn't on their website, but it's trading volume. Exchanges like Binance make their money when people trade a coin. They make a fee for every dollar that's traded. That is the business. So the #1 thing that an exchange of course wants to see is high trading volume, because high trading volume just means more revenue for their company. Again, it's just incentives. Where are the incentives? They're going to act in accordance with their incentives. You can always find trading volume of a coin on CoinMarketCap. And of course, there's something else we still need to address: meme coins. This is where things get a little bit harder. Much less likely, much more risk, but there's still a strategy. We've already looked behind the curtain to see which cryptos Binance favors, but how do we find the meme coins that might ride a listing wave to billions in market cap? How do we find the next Bonk or Shiba? Well, I'm actually affiliated with a meme that's actively working to get listed on Binance, so I have a bit of experience here. The project is called Snek. Binance recently announced that they are accepting smaller cryptos onto their platform, and we're going for it. We applied, the community made a petition to get listed. A member even decided that he's going to live stream 24 hours a day until Binance lists Snek. He's already broken the world record for the longest running Twitter space. It's crazy. So we're working to make this happen. But let's look at how you can find even more perspective memes using various tools. Hit up Deck Screener and click Solana in the sidebar. Solana is very popular for memes right now. The ones you're looking for have high trading volume and a large community. Once you're on this page, you can click New Pairs and 1 hour. This will show you a bunch of brand spanking new tokens. But wait a second. Don't do anything yet. Most of these will be junk or rug pulls. You'll just lose your money. That's not the kind of predictability that you want. You want the right combination of trades. You want to get new coins, but you need to make sure that they actually have potential. So when you get in on them early, you can make money. But how do you find them? First, look for real engaging mascots, a creative and funny ticker symbol, and information on their website and Twitter. Like it's the simple stuff when it comes to memes. This stuff, it also costs money to feature on Deck Screener, so most scams won't even bother. That's one little hint that, may give it a tiny bit of credibility, but we need to go a little bit further. Make sure to look at a crypto's website. A lot of people say focus on design, and yeah, that matters, but the user experience is more important. Some meme coin websites, they're built to look silly or janky, but the good ones still have reliable user experiences. The bad ones will look bad and will suck to use, so focus on the user experience. Once you've done that, run it through a rug checker just to be totally sure and certain that this isn't a scam. If your crypto isn't raising any red flags, so far so good. But any good meme project needs solid socials with a driven active team. So to check into that, hit up Tweet Scout. Plug in the Twitter handle. What does it say? Are they alive? Are they active? You're gonna wanna do this for cryptos you're watching over a period of time. That's the easiest way to spot consistent growth. Like anyone can post about a project for a few days, but you want consistency over time. You want engagement on those posts. The screening process will give you meme coins with chances of going the distance and actually getting listed at some point in the future. Then, as the meme coin grows, cross-reference it with Binance's listing criteria. And wait. You'll know if things are moving in the right direction. Community, socials, and hype, they'll all get more and more active. Binance Labs themselves might even get involved, which is of course a great sign. But the second you hear rumors that your coin is about to get listed, be ready, because your biggest pump is about to come and you'll need to be ready to take some profits if you need those profits. But of course, that won't even be possible if you can't keep your emotions in check throughout the process. So to learn more about how to do that when your coins are pumping, you have to check out this video on screen.